So guys, in this part we are going to work on our first script, and because we want now our NPC to moving around and make our scene a little bit more beautiful. But before that we need also adjust a little bit of our object that we have in our scene to make it more clean. So here I'm going to attach this tree, so old man idle and until it gallop to our horse. So now let's go, and also I need to put it in environment. Please on a later we want to change it, so it doesn't matter, so we can keep it here. So now let's go inside of our script. Here we want to write new C# script. I'm going to call it NPC Movement. So after it, we can click on it, going inside of it. After it's open, here we are going to add some variable. First one will be a public bool. Facing left. Then we want public float, move speed that we want for our NPC, how fast he should move around. Then again public bool is walking, if our NPC walking right now or not. Then what else we need? I want also public float for walk time, how many seconds he need to walk, and public float walk counter to reduce the time. And we need also public float wait time. We want the NPC wait for a few seconds and then again move. And public float wait counter. Actually, we can make instead of this one private, but we are going to do that later. Then here, this time we are going to use private bool move right, and as a default I want it to be true. Then also private bool move left. So that is all we need. And also we need to get some component. For that we need to get access to private, so rigid body 2D RB, then private animator, call it anim. So now inside of our start, we want to get our widget body, so RB is equal to get component, and the component that we want to get is our widget body. That means search in our object, find the widget body, and attach it to our RB. Then also we want to get the animator, so anim is get component again, and animator. And if we are going to use it in the children, we need to little bit, instead of get component, we are going to change it to get component in children, but we will see. For now, we are just want to see what kind of changes we need to do it later. So here our wait counter is equal to wait time at the start, and our walk counter is equal to walk time. Then we want the move left is equal to true, and move right to be false. Now inside of our update, we want to write if is walking is true, then our walk counter minus equal and time dot delta time. We want to reduce from our time of our walk time. Then inside again another if you are moving right, so that means if our move right is true, I'm going to write it like that so you can understand it so easier. Then we want to move right, but we don't right now that function, so we are going to add it later. And under that, if move left is true, then we want to move left. Then if our walk counter less than 0, then here our is walking is false. And wait counter is equal to our wait time. So now under our if is working, we need to write else. That means if we are not working and if you are in the waiting time. So our wait counter minus equal to our time dot delta time. Then we want to RB dot velocity is equal to vector2 dot 0. We want to stop our NPC to moving around. Then also we want to get the animator anim dot set bool, and inside of the set bool we are going to make a bool value for in animation later, but for now here I'm going to call that move to be false. Now the last thing is if the wait counter reach to 0, means if our waiting time reach to 0, so less than equal to 0, then we want the NPC to choose a direction. So first I don't have that as well, so we need to write it. So now let's go and write our functions. Here public void, call it choose direction, inside let's write if we move right, that means our move right is true. We want to make the move left to be true, and our move right to be false. And then here we are going to flip our NPC. So I'm just going to write it flip. We need to make a function for that as well. Still we need here else if our move left this time is to be true. Then move right, so move left to be false. First let's write move right to be true, and move left to be false. And again flip. So now out of that, in our choose direction, also we want to say is walking is equal to true. Player can walk again, and our walk counter is equal to our walk time. So now here public another function, public void move right. So for moving right, we need to get access to our velocity, or with that velocity is equal to new vector 2 move speed 0. So we want to move it at x direction, but we don't want any movement at y direction. So that's why we are going to put it at 0. And we want anim dot set bool again move to be true. So now let's write it again. I'm just going to copy that, paste it. Instead of move right, I'm going to change it to move left. And here, instead of move speed, I'm going to make it minus move speed to the opposite direction. And the last function is to flipping it. So here public void flip if facing left is equal to or opposite of facing left, you are making the bool function always against each other. So each time that it's going to is make it true and false, true and false. Then here vector 3 scale is equal to our transform dot local scale. You are going to get the scale, the local scale of our object, and we want to flip it. So scale dot x is multiply equal to -1. So I'm going to show you in practice how it look like, and then here transform dot local scale is equal to scale. That's all function we need. So now we need to put the function inside of our that. Here first we need to put the flip here. Also here as well. And at this here we need to make it choose a direction. Then move right and move left. So here move right, then move right is true, here is move left. So guys, that's all for this script, and now in the next video you are going to test it. See you now in the next video.